Alright then, hi guys, it's me, Humorous Username, back again. And today we're going to carry on with Titanfall 2. So we're just at the first mission. We did sort of the tutorial bit earlier on. Well, yesterday for me. But what we'll be doing is just carrying on from where we left off. I did actually watch the video I made back again. I say fantastic a lot, which isn't fantastic. So I'll sort that out in the future. And the other thing I want to sort out is my sound sounds a bit like I'm in a tin can. I'm not. I've moved on in life enough that I'm no longer living in a tin can. But it sure doesn't sound like it. So I'm hoping to sort that out. I'll sit around and play with my settings in a bit. But for now we'll crack on and just do the first mission. As promised, this will be hard mode, just to give that sort of balance of difficulty and actually watching some decent gameplay. As I said, on veteran, you'll just see me hiding behind rocks and stuff every time I get shot, especially later on. There's some bits, I don't really want to spoil anything, but I'll point out the bits that are complete bullshit on the hardest difficulty. Some of them are just, it's just fucked, essentially. You're just fighting robots and Titans, and you've got like a stick. Anyway, let's crack on. I won't talk through the first bit.
Stabilize. 250 milligrams of fentanyl administered. Caution. Temporary side effects. Nausea. Dizziness. Impaired motor coordination.
So, here we go. We play as Jack Cooper, rifleman for the militia. We've just been... I think it's a 200 units of fentanyl, so we've got a good bit of respiratory depression going on, some nausea and vomiting. I don't think they even warned about that. Essentially what we're going to do is just move through this bit. Avoiding that. Balaban, absolutely fricking it. And we just want to move through and take care of these enemies. So the good thing to do throughout the game, at the moment you just sort of a bog standard bit of inventory. As you move through, you'll start to get different powers and stuff. The best thing I find a lot of the time is the AI is pretty decent, but it's awful at picking up on you flanking. They'll always just sort of look towards your last position, and you can abuse that, especially later on. These guys that you see here, me fighting, they're robots. And what you can do later on is you get like this, I can't remember what it's called now, but you get a knife, and you can hack into them and they'll join your team. And I think there's even an achievement for having so many of them on your team at one point. And I'll show you a good mission for doing that. It's definitely not here. Ooh. There we go, Lastimosa and BT helping us out.
This might knock you out, but you should be okay when you wake up.
Lastimosa, hostile Titans inbound. Apex predators.
Copy that, BT. Mercenaries. Stay down, Cooper. BT, let's go! hours. 18 hours until the Ark is sealed and ready for delivery. Oi, Richter! Leave the corpses alone, you sick bastard. We've got a job to do, eh? We make corpses, we don't clean them up. Let's go!
Alright then, so you've just seen Captain Lastimosa and BT save us and then run into a spot of bother. We repaid the favour by valiantly hiding in some bushes. You know, the Victor writes history. You know, when we tell the story back to our grandkids, it won't be us hiding in bushes, it'll be, you know, this bit we fought off a bunch of Borderlands 2 enemies. But yeah, for now we hid in these bushes. Alright, that's a BT-7274 standing up and sitting down.
BT, transfer authorization to new pilot. Link. Bravo Tango 7274. Cooper, take my Titan. Use my helmet and my jump kit. This is the real thing. Take care of him.
Excellent. Well, not excellent, but Captain Lastimosa is now passed away. We spent the time to build him quite a neat grave actually, and now we've got authorization over BT-7274, which is his Titan, and we've also got his helmet and jump kit. So we're now technically pilots. So you might have heard the mercenary group talking amongst themselves and recognise Apex Legends, and that's the name of the mercenary group, which is kind of cool. You know, I think Respawn Entertainment have done a great job of carrying on the world. So our HUD's just loading in now. I love the way that they make. You know, I love any game that makes the HUD part of the world is just a win in my book. So, as you can see, our first ability is the cloaking system, which is really useful, especially on the hardest difficulty. But we can now go invisible for a while, and what we're doing is we're just looking for batteries for BT to use. We'll need to collect a couple of them, but now we need to fend off these annoying little lion creatures, skegs. Alright then, let's go and move on. So, we've just got our wall run in, which is nice, but our double jump isn't quite there yet. So the R201's a good sort of assault rifle for the start of the game, but I like to move on from it pretty quick. There's a lot of better weapons. Also coming up is our first Titan helmets. There's 2 on this level. Oh, I've done a pretty awful job there. So once I get back up, I'll show you the first Titan helmet in this area. I don't think I've ever fallen down here before. I've got no idea how to get out. Alright then, literally the first jump. Oh my god, I've done it again. Alright, well, you know, guess we're doing this now. So, I'm just giving you a full tour of the game. It's because I didn't have the double jump. It's weird not having the double jump. So you travel along here, and you can see here, just to the right of this escape pod, you cannot miss it, is our first pilot helmet of the level. So what you just need to do is make your way through the level. It's a lot of platforming with bits of fighting in between. You can actually kill these things hanging around. They remind me of the big flying things off of Avatar, but there's no point in killing them really. They sort of just fly off, and then if you do kill them, you just got to sort of get a residual sense of guilt rather than any sort of accomplishment or anything else. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, can't win them all. Alright then, so we're just moving through the level. Looking forward to getting the double jump. That's just calibrating the new pilot. Apparently, anyway. As I said, this is just platforming, really.
This is General Marder of the Interstellar Manufacturing.
So you can hear them start to talk. We've sort of lost that first fight, our team, anyway. And now we have to sort of deal with the IMC and the Apex Predators, and we have to rejoin the surviving members. So you'll see here, so what you can do is, so F is your melee attack, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go invisible. And then do a sort of fatality or an execution. And then, great fun. Some of the ones online are brilliant. My favourite one is, there's one where he takes the pistol of the enemy and sort of just shoots them in the head behind. Oh, it's so cool. I think sometimes you can randomly do it. You can't intentionally choose it here, but you can intentionally choose it online. That's the best one in my opinion. I think that's brilliant. So, let's see if we can do another one. Oh no, I'm giving it away now. So, one thing you'll be tempted to do is, especially... I think on the hardest difficulty I did it quite a lot, but it's not a good move. Oh, watch out here. So I think there is someone with a sniper. On the hardest difficulty, he can really ping you. It's very annoying. But what you can be tempted to do is sometimes, especially because of all the movement in the game, you can end up next to an enemy and you think, oh, you know, I'll hit them. I'll do my melee. The problem with the melee is, I think on the I'm not sure. From memory, I think on the hardest difficulty it might not even be a one-hit kill, but it's you know, it does a lot of damage, but it's not brilliant. Really, the key to the game is headshots and flanking, and the shooting is so tight it shouldn't really be a problem. But what I want to warn you about is the enemies. You know, these guys are fucking roided up gorillas according to the game. They will absolutely ruin you if you get close enough. It's not even... They will beat your drums. These guys are stacked. They cannot aim, but boy can they punch. And on the hardest difficulty, it just ruins you. It's no fun. So I'm just working my way through these guys, seeing if they've got any good weapons. The EVA 8 auto is actually really good on this game, but only if you get quite close up. On Apex Predators, I don't think it's actually that great. I tend to drop it in favour of, well, obviously the Mastiff, but I can't even remember the name of the one-shot one now. The DMR here is good, but I'm going to stick with the fully assault rifle for a while, and the shotgun for when I get up close. The DMR on this level, there's not really that much range, so ranged combat, so it's, you know, there's a little bit coming up now. After that, it's kind of pointless. Those enemies are, you know, you don't really have to worry about them. So you can see here, these guys just really are not interested in you, and they are under attack from those, you know, skeg-like enemies, which are actually really annoying. So I should have just let them kill him, but oh well, can't win anymore. So keep an eye out for these orange crates. They're really good for... Oh, here's the snipers. They are incredibly annoying. On the hardest difficulty, they are fucked. They're not fair. They just ping you, and then, you know, that's it. You have to, you know, go sit down, regroup, reheal. It's just kind of annoying. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of some of the snipers. Are they snipers? I don't know what weapon they've got actually. Okay, I'll let them deal with this. I don't want to deal with them essentially. And what I'll do is I'll just show off. I don't know if I've got the hacking tool yet. Yeah, so I'll hack into this one and I'll show you what I mean. So he should now turn on his body. Oh! Oh! Ah! Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's what I mean. You know, the melee on this is whoever melees first wins. These guys are absolutely stacked. You know, fair enough, that guy was a robot, but so was my guy. So I guess it was just whoever pressed the E first, to be honest. But anyway, moving on. So I'm kind of stuck with this DMR now after slagging it off. But we're just about to go into the... Oh, I've got my double jump, I didn't even realise. We're just about to go into... this is sort of our... Oh, go away.
There are many wild...
This is sort of the remnants of our ship, which has been shot down. The flatline's really good. I don't know, I picked it up on Apex Legends and I was really disappointed about what they've done to it. But on here it's fantastic. It's got almost no recoil whatsoever. And the recoil it does have is side to side, which is how it's got the name Flatline. I don't know if they toned it down or what, but it just doesn't really seem to be that good on Apex Legends. And I didn't really notice the side to side recoil as much. Just work you through it. Those enemies are literally no problem at all. They're just fodder really. Just work your way through them and work your way through the ship. It's slowly breaking down. And here's our first battery for BT. So it's important on the single player campaign for story, but online they're really important as well. You can rodeo enemy Titans and pick up batteries and give them to your own friendly units, which is really cool. And they're also important how you get health even on the single player campaign. So occasionally you'll run into them online. They're a good way to heal up. So get rid of these things. I think they do eventually turn around and shoot you there, but what you need to do here, just run across, double jump. That's fine, and it should bring you back to BT. So people have already found it. What you can do, execute him. Oh, see, he almost got me with that melee, and that would have ruined me. You would have seen it there.
Power low. Insufficient power.
There we go. BT's first bit of battery.
Power at 2/3. Data core reinitialized. Ocular system online. Adjusting focus. Are you alright, pilot?
Did you just call me pilot?
Wait, did you just call me pilot?
Yes. The late Captain Lastimosa gave you the provisional rank of acting pilot. Congratulations on your promotion. You may call me BT.
BT. Got it.
My systems are rebooting, but a third battery will accelerate the process. I will remain here.
Oh, brilliant. So we're going back up. I'm pretty sure we just came off that part of the ship.
I will assist you.
But we're going back up into the ship anyway. But now we can talk to BT, who is unintentionally a comedy genius. I love his dialogue throughout the game. It's so much
All
fun.
militia personnel. The IMC will grant safe passage back to the edge of the city.
Pilot, I advise against turning yourself over to the IMC. Voice pattern analysis indicates they are lying.
You don't think I'm that stupid, BT?
Undetermined. I will not know the full extent of your brain function until we establish a neural link.
Brilliant. So that's some vintage BT just there. Just sort of that cold, deadpan. Oh, it's just great. Some of the ones coming up with Whoppers. Really love them.
Raptor 3, we're taking heavy hits. The IMC have us surrounded.
So yeah, back to just sort of terrain crawling. Running along, really using your double jumps now, and it's just sort of getting used to the movement of the game, which is really important. Desperate to... Oh, that's a pretty good one as well. There's some other really specific ones, especially online. But...
Pilot, my mapping systems have been restored. The ambush of the 9th Militia Fleet has landed us far off course from our original destination. We are located in hostile territory. Be careful, we cannot stay here long.
you think we can survive through this, BT?
We have no other options. We will have to improvise and adapt if we wish to survive.
How long did you serve with Lastimosa?
Captain Lastimosa linked with me 973 days ago.
That's longer than any relationship I've had.
Noted.
We know there are malicious survivors.
Just fantastic.
Find me with them.
Noted. Alright then. Yeah, and the game's just sort of giving you a chance to get used to the double jump, you know, the running around. There's nothing too strenuous, but you know, when you first start out, you might drop a few. But yeah, as I said, some of the executions are just brilliant, especially online where there's like equipment specific ones. These are all just sort of punching and stabbing. So DMR, arc grenade. So I know I used them for the gauntlet, but the arc grenades, you know, they're not brilliant offline. They're quite good online because they sort of jar the visuals of the enemy's Titan. But here they kind of just, I don't know, they just kind of just, there's no reason to use them, you know what I mean? In the time you could have thrown an arc star, you might as well just either shot them or thrown a proper grenade, and you'll come across other grenades later on, like the thermite grenades and stuff, which is useful. But I think it's hard to beat the frag grenades, they're just so useful. And the cook function on it is really good. The enemies never work out how to cook a grenade, but a good cook grenade really helps you out, especially on the harder difficulties. You get 4, so you can just lob them out with reckless abandon and get a few lucky kills, which really helps thin the ranks. So this is our next weapon. This is sort of like a micro missile launcher. Good fun. I don't think it gives you much ammo at this point, but if you hit the enemy enough times, they explode. It's just quite fun. There you go, just giblets left. Reminds me sort of like the old. So these, that's a turret you can see there. So do not be fooled. Those turrets are bullshit. On the hardest difficulty, they suck. They just have endless health, and they will hit you. It doesn't matter where you're standing. You know, there's some. You know, I'm probably being shot one. If this was the hardest difficulty, there'd be some on levels 2, 3 levels ahead of the one we're playing, already aiming at me. It's a mess. They really suck, and they just have endless health. You just have to pop out and snipe them every so often. Anyway, this is our next weapon, a nice big rocket launcher. This is if you're playing the hardest difficulty, this is what I recommend you use to sort of hit the what's it called, turret. But you know, it's no big deal at this point. They're gone now. And if you are finding yourself overwhelmed, duck into your cloak. The enemy will instantly lose you. They're not the smartest. Already on, you know, it's not on great health to start off with, but they do, I promise you, they do hit hard. So if you miss that punch, or you mistimed it, misjudged it, you know, you're gone. So now we've made it to the second ship.
BT, is there anyone alive on this ship?
No. Scans do not detect any life signs within the MCS James McAllen, but 90% of the lifeboats have been ejected. There is still hope.
BT, who is this voice?
This is the commander of the Marauder Corps, a section of the Militia's Special Recon Squadron, or SRS. Her name is Sarah Briggs.
To fight shoulder to shoulder, so that we may all enjoy a life on the frontier, free of oppression.
There you go, so there's some world building and dialogue, just getting out of the way. Just sort of exploring the ship. I've been here through so many times before, but might as well give it another look. We've still got one more pilot helmet to collect, that's coming up now. We just need to get this next battery, and then we should be in good order for it. So drop down here, and voila, our next battery. Oh. Excelente. Or fabulous if we were still watching my first video. So checkpoint, good. I don't think we'll really need it. But. So this brings us up to the second pilot helmet of the nearly said lesson. The second pilot helmet of the level. It's just a series of double jumps and you can land there. There you go, 2 out of 2. And that's both of them for this level.
All malicious survivors would be
So there's achievements, I think, for getting most and then all of them. Just try and get rid of this thing first. I don't think I timed that right. Oh no, I did. Oh no, didn't get away with it. Yeah, I think there's ones for getting... Oh my god. Go through the whole mission and that's how I die. Anyway, I think there are achievements for getting about 50% and then all of the helmets. And I think you might get a calling card, but I'm really not too sure, so don't quote me on that. But they're worth getting because you know they're not strenuous, they're not hard to get. There's a couple hidden.
Our location has been compromised.
So just work your way through the enemies. There's not too many here. As I said, lining up headshots is the best way to work through them.
Scouts. Enemy reinforcements will be on their way. We must complete the Neuralink immediately.
Different enemies later on have different
battery.
weak points. So there's like a stronger robot that you sort of have to shoot in the back and then they explode. They're a bit annoying.
Power at full capacity.
But now, we've got BT at full power.
Pilot,
And
we must
we are a
establish
pilot.
a Neuralink in order to proceed.
Oh, yeah.
Please embark when ready.
No doubt. So this is us getting into BT-7274 for the first time.
Protocol 1. Link to pilot. Establishing neural link.
So we're just working on the neural link for now.
Neural link established. Rifleman Jack Cooper, you are now confirmed as acting pilot of BT-7274. Protocol 2. Uphold the mission. Our orders are to resume Special Operation 217. Rendezvous with Major Anderson of the SRS. I'm detecting incoming enemy forces. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
There you go, there's our 3 protocols for the campaign. And watch as we slowly gain...
Online. The vortex shield catches
So the first one for this loadout is the vortex shield.
Captured objects back at the enemy.
So it catches bullets so they shoot us and then we let go and it shoots them back at them. I really don't like this loadout, really, for the game. So if I was playing, by myself, what I'd do is I'd just there's a loadout coming up called
Pilot, the
Tone.
Acolyte pod is online. This shoulder-mounted rocket pod will
So
lock onto multiple
homing
enemy
shoulder-mounted
targets,
rocket launchers. These are good. They're really good for knocking out multiple enemies. And if you've got the single one enemy, they're great for just doing a lot of damage quickly.
Neuralink complete. Primary weapon control and motion link reestablished.
So now we get the primary weapon, I think. Shooting at me. No. So as I said, this is the sort of first loadout. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if you can even see it.
Enemy Titanfall detected. We will have to fight our way to safety. Get ready.
But this is just sort of the first starter loadout.
Great. Just gotta kill a few bad guys.
A positive attitude can only improve our situation.
So here's our first time on Titan combat.
Militia Titan spotted, chassis number BT-7274.
Brute. It's not really too much of a big deal. As I say, it's more just intro stuff.
Pilot. Our combat effectiveness rating has increased.
There you go.
Pilot,
Combat
I detect
effectiveness.
more IMC salvage teams
Going
on
up.
the way. Our only chance of survival is to uphold our mission of rendezvousing with Major Anderson. Until then, you and I are on our own. Marking your HUD.
Fantastic. So we
Must
start
move quickly.
our long campaign with BT-7274. Protocol 1, link with the pilot. Protocol 2, rendezvous with Major Anderson. Protocol 3, protect the pilot.
In order to survive, we must keep moving.
Fantastic, so thanks for that. That brings us to the end of the first mission. I will join you in a bit for the second mission. See you soon. Hope you have a good day. Run through to the end of the level.